I'm going to talk about how to evaluate. What does it actually mean? This is the Cambridge IGCSE English First Language 0500 paper, and this is question 1, paper 2. It is the directed writing question, which can be in the form of a letter, speech, or article. The reason I'm doing this video is many students still don't understand the meaning of evaluate. Many of them repeat what has been said in the text rather than evaluate. Welcome to English Step by Step. I am Miss Wee. So what does it mean to evaluate? To evaluate ideas means to assess and analyze them thoughtfully to determine their strengths, weaknesses, and overall value. When you evaluate ideas, you consider factors like how practical, logical, innovative, or relevant they are to a particular goal or problem. This involves looking at the potential benefits, drawbacks, feasibility, and possible impacts of each idea. So for example, if you're evaluating ideas for a school project, you might ask, does this idea solve the problem effectively? Is it realistic with the resources and time available? And what are the pros and cons of this approach? What's the difference between repetition/paraphrasing and evaluation? Repetition or paraphrasing is simply restating the same idea. So for example, if I say that this table is expensive and you say that this table costs a lot, that is repetition or just a paraphrase. You have not evaluated. So let's look at what evaluation looks like. Evaluation involves making a judgment or assessment based on specific criteria. It considers factors like quality, value, pros and cons, or suitability. So for example, I could evaluate this statement by saying, this table is expensive, but is made from solid wood, so it could be worth the investment. So note that when you are evaluating, you have added value to the discussion. You have not just repeated the original idea. Let's have a closer look. If I say that this table is so expensive, you can either agree or disagree. If you agree, you might say you can get 2 tables for this price at IKEA. Let's do a more rounded evaluation by considering multiple perspectives. So you can get 2 tables for this price at IKEA, but they are made of pine wood and not oak. You can disagree. You can say that the price is reasonable for an oak table because oak is expensive. A more rounded evaluation might be that the price is reasonable for an oak table, but you don't really need an oak table. If you have no idea what to say about the explicit idea, then think about what the implicit idea is. So if I say that this table is expensive, what I'm not saying, but I do mean, is that it is not a good idea to spend too much money. So implicit idea is something that you don't say, but you mean. You have to read between the lines to get this. Now, you can agree with this, that it's not a good idea to spend too much money by saying that the money can be spent on more important things. And then to save the money for other things, unless this table is really important to you. For some reason, you need an oak table. Okay, you may disagree and say that the price is usually an indication of the quality. So spending more is usually a good idea, which is the opposite of what's been said here. And that's how I disagree. And I may extend by saying that expensive things are usually of higher quality, but make sure not to fall prey to trends, or gimmicks. So this section here considers multiple perspectives, and that's why I have the word but, unless. You can also use however and words like that. So this idea is from one of the videos that I've already made. I think it's the one on speech writing that involves evaluation as well. So go watch that video. Exchange programs are advantageous because students get exposed to foreign culture. So if I agree, I might say students get to experience things they can't back home. And then I may consider another perspective, which is, but the program needs to be long enough for them to do that. If I disagree, I might say exchange students often stick together and don't mingle with locals, so they don't get exposed to foreign culture. And another perspective might be that, yeah, they might not get exposed to foreign culture, but they may learn other things such as independence. Now, I want to consider the implicit idea as well, which is exposure to foreign culture is beneficial. So if I agree, I might say that in this era of globalization, awareness of other cultures has become essential. Another perspective, however, there are many ways to achieve this, including family holidays. So exchange program is not the only way of doing this and may not even be the most efficient way. If I disagree, I may say the exposure to conflicting culture may cause problems. In another perspective, although this can be managed through careful selection of destination country. Let me take one of them and show you how to put it in a paragraph. So this is the one that says exchange programs are advantageous because students get exposed to foreign culture. I'm going to agree and say students get to experience things they can't back home and continue with this, but the program needs to be long enough for them to do that. I'm going to put these 3 sentences highlighted in yellow into a paragraph. Exchange programs are advantageous because students get exposed to foreign culture. Students get to experience things they can't back home, such as cultural etiquette, language nuances, and different family values. However, it is important to note that the program needs to be long enough for them to do that. So this is very simple. I've just basically put them into a paragraph and added a bit more details. Next, I'll be showing you how to write a paragraph if you disagree. So I'm going to take this idea, exposure to foreign culture is beneficial. I'm going to disagree. Exposure to a conflicting culture may cause problems. I'm going to extend by saying, although this can be managed through careful selection of destination country. So this is a counter argument. If you don't know what I'm saying, please watch the video on counter argument. I'm going to put a link up here. There are lots of examples in that video. So my first sentence, I will provide the counter argument. Second sentence is the refutation. And in the third sentence, I will reaffirm. So I'm going to start with this sentence. Some people argue. You can say some people argue, some people say, some people believe. I'm going to give you some example sentences later. Some people argue that exposure to foreign culture is beneficial. However, I believe that exposure to conflicting culture may cause problems, such as racism and culture shock. Although this can be managed through careful selection of the destination country, it defeats the purpose of an exchange program and can have a lasting negative impact on young minds. So this is my paragraph for if I disagree. Here are some phrases for you to use for counter-arguments and refutations. So the phrases for counter-arguments are in purple and the ones for refutation are in green. So I don't have the arguments, so I've just used the letter X to represent the counter-arguments. You have to fill them in, and the refutation are represented by the letter Y. So some argue or believe or say that blah, 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 and yet I am inclined to think, and then give your opinion here. There are those who argue, so give the ideas from the text that you don't agree with, and then say, however, I believe, and then give your evaluation here. Despite the belief of some that X, I would suggest Y. While some believe X, I hold the view that Y. Although certain individuals think X, my perspective is that Y is better. Now, why is it important to evaluate? Let's look at the mark scheme. In order to get level 6 for reading, you have to successfully evaluate ideas and opinions, both explicit and implicit. And from the examiner report, the examiner says be prepared to challenge the ideas in a reading text. Always justify and explain the reasons why you agree or disagree, as this shows evidence of evaluation. I hope that you have found this video helpful. I hope that this helps you with your evaluation. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. I have many more videos. Do check them out. If you have questions, please leave them in the comment box below. And if you want tutoring, you can write to me here. Thank you.